Hey guys, this is Donnie with Standing Goats Rescue, and I got my brother Chris with me. Y'all have heard me talk about him a lot. Him and I hunt together. We're hunting this morning. I haven't done good today at all. We've seen a few, but we haven't got anything. But I've got an encounter for you guys today. That was emailed to me from one of our own, um, Kathy, and I wanted to share this. This is outside of what we normally do with the big guys, the Sasquatch and the Bigfoot. Um, But I told you I was wanting to do something to give the people that have witnessed these other things, the UFOs and the bizarre stuff like that, to give them a platform and just something different, something to listen to that people have experienced. But um, I'm just gonna read this to you, what she emailed me. She says, "Hi Donnie, this has been on my mind for so long and it was really kind of shocking to me. I thought these things didn't really happen, even though I've read about it, but still, it was shocking." And she says, "You can use my name, it's okay. It's best to just get the story out there. That way, maybe somebody has seen something like what I saw. I was visiting my brother on the big island in Hawaii in 2017. I went with my sister-in-law to get takeout from a Chinese restaurant. And as we headed home around 5 p.m., I noticed how beautiful a day it had been. We approached their house and parked in a carport. My sister-in-law said she would take the food inside, and I told her it would take me longer because 2 days ago I had an accident and bruised my ribs. So as I got out and leaning on the car, I was looking out at the beautiful blue sky, and all of a sudden there were ripples, like if you were to skim a rock across the top of a pond. I thought, what the heck is happening? Then there was a tear. Yes, like tearing a piece of paper, and looking through that tear was blackness. But then a being stepped out and stood 4 arm lengths away from me. I'm 5'9", and by its face features, it was a shock to see me as I was shocked to see it. And it said telepathically, I'm taller than you. I looked down and it stood above the concrete floor. It was elevated. I said, thinking, okay. It had no hair on its whole body, it had no clothes on, but you couldn't tell if it was male or female. It had 2 eyes and nose, but no mouth, so I wondered how it ate. It had no ears. It had 2 arms and 2 legs, and that's what I saw first, the leg coming out of the tear. We stood looking at each other for at least 10 minutes. I felt no fear or anxiety. I did notice that its skin was smooth and the color was almost like a peach color, not too red or too orange or too pink. I haven't found that color yet on this planet. I couldn't really see its feet. Don't know if my mind was blocking it at the time because it was a shock to see the sky ripple, then tear, then a being come out of it. Plus, I couldn't really see its hands either. My sister-in-law called out to me if I was okay, and I told her I was okay, and as I turned back, this thing took a giant step into the darkness, which it went on the side of the yard, on the side yard of the house, because now the sun went down. I dashed around the pillar in the carport, but I could feel it. It was in the darkness. I told it telepathically, please come back to the light in the carport, but it refused. So I said, well, I got to go eat, see you later. I went inside and talked with my brother and told him he should put up cameras to capture the opening, and he said my wife is scared of anything unexplainable. So how could I justify that? I sighed and said, okay. We ate and then went to bed. I woke up to a tap, tap, tap on the window, and it was 3 a.m. Man, I said telepathically, I can't go outside. I can't go outside now. It's pitch black. You can see me, but I can't see you. Come back when it's almost daylight. And I pulled the covers over my head and went back to sleep. Tap, 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 tap again. But it's now 5 a.m. What is 5 a.m. and it's still pitch black? Come back when the sun is just coming up, I said telepathically and pulled the covers over my head and fell asleep again, and I woke up at 7 a.m. The sun was streaming in my room. I went outside and wondered where it went and why it didn't come back when the sun was about to come up. But then this creature must hide in the daytime and come out at night, like a night watcher, just an observer, never interacting with anybody, but it can communicate telepathically. I checked by the window where it tapped, but saw no footprints. My left eye was drawn underneath their house, and as I went underneath, I felt a presence but could not see anything. And I said telepathically, "I'm going now, won't be back for quite some time. It was nice to have met you." Then the next day I flew back to Oahu, the other island in Hawaii. What an experience. Now I know there are dimensional creatures. I've read about them, and I've always wondered, how do they go back, or does it just open automatically? I think this creature has been coming here for a long time, but never got a close encounter, as we did. I shocked it. I never did see it again, but will always wonder, what does its dimension look like? Well, that's my story, and I've always seen weird things, but it's my left eye that sees it first. It's like it's drawn there. So always keep your mind open. You don't know when you will have a chance to see something. I also have had a close encounter with a UFO, and that was shocking and scary too. I need to tell it because not all UFOs are friendly. Thank you, Donnie, for having a channel that we can tell our stories and people can understand or relate to it. My brother believes in UFOs because he's seen them too, but he's never seen that creature. He's lived in that house for 10 years and has since sold it. So please, everyone, if you've seen something, let's get it down so others can hear and know there are weird things out there. It's best to know. Thanks always, Kathy. That was fascinating. Extremely fascinating. These are the type encounters we're hearing more of. It's not just here. There's dozens of other channels on YouTube that are also getting the same types of encounters. And if you guys have seen something like that, if you want to share with us here, you can remain anonymous. You don't have to give your name. That's totally up to you. You can use your initials. You can make up a name. However you choose to do it, it's up to you. But email it to me at standinggoatsrescue@outlook.com, and I'll narrate it, or we'll bring it on a live stream, or if you want to come on and tell it yourself, just get in touch with me and we'll line it up and let you come on the show, and you can share your encounters with everybody, and we'll get it out there. You know, we're living in weird times, and things are only getting stranger, and it's supposed to get far worse than what it is now as we approach the end of days. We got the great day of the Lord coming, and there's no telling what all we're going to see when that time arrives. But guys, I just wanted to share that with you. Thank you so very much. We're going to try to come on tonight. I wasn't able to do it last night. The baby was sick. Littlefoot is going to Chris. Once we get him to where he's up to par and fully weaned, he's almost weaned, but the vet ordered him to be put back on the bottle 3 times a day yesterday. He's having stomach problems, and they cannot find out what's going on, so they kept him all day until a little after 4 yesterday, and they did the IV on him to keep fluids in him, but they have no idea what's going on with him other than he was a premature baby. His 2 siblings died because they were too early to be born. But he's doing better. He is eating. He does have an appetite. He just doesn't have the spunk that he should have. But as soon as we get him healed up, his new home will be with Chris and his family and his children. So that's where he'll be going. And you guys keep a lookout. We're in the process of, I'm helping Chris. We're going to get his channel up and going. And once we get him going and to where he can figure out how to post the videos, how to go about doing that. There's a lot of work involved if you're doing editing. But once we do get it up and going, I'm going to bring him on. I'm going to bring Chris on the show and do a formal introduction and let him speak a little bit, and just to guide you guys over there to support him, help him get his channel up, and get him up to where if he hits that 1,000 mark, 1,000 subscribers, then he can do the live streams through YouTube without having to use a bootleg app. That's what I started with, was Streamlab. It's a little bootleg backdoor app that you can use, and as long as you have one subscriber, you can live stream on your channel using Streamlab. But anyway, we got to get out of here. We're hunting. We're fixing to head and get us something to eat, and I just wanted to bring that encounter to you guys. I'm a little late getting it out, and I wanted y'all to meet my brother Chris. Anytime I'm away from home, I'm with him. He watches my back, and I ain't got to worry with anything happening. He's always there for me. Well, y'all have a good day. God bless you. Thank you so much for being here and being a part of this family. We love you, honor you, and bless you. And until next time, be safe.
Nice to meet y'all.
Always.